Hello crafty friends, welcome to another card making video. Today I'm going to take the backgrounds that I made in the previous video's gel printing session and turn them into cards. You don't need gel prints to do this, you could use any DIY background you've created or you could use pattern paper. For card number one, I've got a stitched rectangle die and I'm going to cut out a stitched rectangle. I've also cut out a black rectangle using the same die and I'm going to use that as a shadow for my colourful panel. That really gives it some pop, I think. And I'm going to place this in the bottom right hand corner. For my sentiment for this card, I've cut out a "Here for You" in black card and it's got little apertures for the letters, so I'm going to back it with some gold. So it's got a little bit of shimmer and shine. And for my focal image, I've got this leafy outline. I want to back it with vellum. So I use my glue dotter to add some high-tack white glue to the back. Place that on there. Actually, we don't need the stalk to have vellum on it, so I'll just have that sticking out. And I use my little scissors to cut that out. Now I'm going to add some of my high-tack white glue to the reverse of the die cut, using my stylus to pick up little dots of glue and hiding them behind the black part, if you see what I mean, because they will show through the vellum. So this works quite well for that. So I'm thinking on the intersection there. So I put the sentiment here so that the leaf is kind of growing out from the back of it. And now for a few, hopefully subtle gold sprinkles. I've added some Nouveau Crystal glaze on top of those to give them a bit of a dome. Right, there is card number one. I'm really pleased with that. I love the contrast between the colour and the black and then the pop of gold. For card number two, we're going yellow. And I want a rectangle with stitching along the top and the bottom that stretches more or less across the width of my card. So I'm using this stitched banner die to cut that rectangle. So that's turned out exactly how I wanted it. I've glued it to some black paper and I'm going to give it a border of 1/16 of an inch or 1.6 millimeters. This is a mini Perfect Layers ruler. I got it from the Crafty charity shop, but I believe you can still buy them new. I'll just chop off the bit at the end that I don't want. And I'm going to place that a third of the way up, so the panel is centered on that third line there. The sentiment on this card is going to be stamped, and I've got a lovely bouncy Best Wishes. This is from Clearly Besotted, and I'm going to stamp it in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. So as this is a Best Wishes card, I thought I would stamp some stars on. So I've got some outline stars there. And again, I'll do those in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And now I've got some solids. And now for a bit of bling. I've got some glittery gold stars, different sizes. I've punched these out from scraps, die cut them and put them in my stash. Okay, I'm liking that, but I think I want some black stars coming in from the side over here. There may be one leaving on this side. Right, very happy with card number two. I think that gel print provides a nice subtle background to the bold black sentiment, the bold black stars and the gold glittery stars. So for card number three, I've got this background. This was where I tore some paper and put it on my gel plate. So we've got some tattered edges there, but it's not really speaking to me. You could certainly use the technique and get a better pattern, I think. I'm going to jazz it up by stamping on it. This is a beautiful indigo blue rubber stamp. I've inked it with bundled sage, spritzed it with water to give it a watercolory look, and I'm going to place the background on top and give it a good firm press down. Yep, I'm liking that a lot more. I think the variation in the original gel print provides a nice backdrop for the leafy pattern. For shimmer and shine, I'm going to spatter on some gold metallic watercolour. Getting some nice big blobs and some nice little blobs. And I'll give that a good dry with my hairdryer. I want to capture as much as I possibly can of this pattern. So I've got a large stitched rectangle panel die. So put glue on the back of that, and that's going to go straight on a linen textured card blank. For my sentiment, I'm going to heat emboss a happy birthday in gold. I've treated my card with anti-static, anti-moisture, anti-fingerprint powder. And I've inked up my stamp with sticky embossing ink. And the powder is polished gold from Wow. This is the super fine one. And I'll melt that with my heat tool. And now I want to cut that out with a heart shape. So I'll just eyeball that into place and hold it down with some washi tape. I put some 1mm deep foam tape on the back of my heart and a little bit of wet glue, so I've got some wiggle time to get it on straight. But I want to place it on my card in the middle, horizontally, a third of the way down. And as a finishing touch, I'm going to add some Nuvo drops. 1, 2, 3 down there. And 1, 2, 3 up there. I think that's enough. Give those a little tap because they're quite tall and I want them a bit shorter. So there we go. I think that's quite a cheerful birthday card. I'm glad I stamped over that gel print. I think the variation in the background is really nice, but the stamping on top just gives it that little bit of something extra. Okay, card number 4 now, and I'm going to use this cover plate die to cut some stitch squares out of this background. I want to stamp on my squares now, just to make that a little bit easier or quicker, less fiddly, because I'm dealing with some small shapes here. I'm going to put these on a bit of masking tape. This is wide masking tape. So they're temporarily adhered now. I'm just going to dust them with talcum powder. And I've got a whimsical flower stamp that I'm going to stamp using the Versafine Onyx Black ink. And I've got another one that's slightly smaller, different design, but still whimsical. And I'm going to add that here and there. Now I'm going to sprinkle over Clear Gloss Superfine from Wow. The black ink is a slow drying ink, so you can sprinkle embossing powder on it and it will stick to it. Now I'm going to melt that with my heat tool. So now my stamped images are glossy from the heat embossing, and it also has the effect of deepening the black of the ink as well, I find. So they look good. I don't think I need to do any more stamping on those. My sentiment says well done. It's another one of those clearly besotted stamps. I think the set is called Saying Stuff. And I'm going to stamp it in the middle, and I'll heat emboss this as well. I have treated this with anti-static powder. So that's in the centre of my card. It's slightly warped because of the heating process, but it will flatten out. I'm going to surround it with my little squares. Just make sure these two are on straight. So I've got a nice grid there, but I want to extend the pattern off the sides of the card. So I've cut some squares in half, or in two, not quite in half. And now I'll trim off the overhanging bits because we don't need those. And you know what's coming next? Some gold foil circles, and I'm going to do it in a diagonal, I think. There you go, another background busted. Very whimsical feel, I think, from those really skinny white circles on the background and the whimsical flowers and the fun sentiment. Energy and movement brought in with the gold circles and the way the flowers are kind of tumbling down. This kind of thing would suit a square card, but if you're going to do it on a rectangle, that could work too. But I think having these coming in from the side makes the rectangle shape work particularly well. For our fifth and final card today, I'm going to use this beautiful teal gel print. I've used that stitch square cover plate die to cut out some squares from white card, and I'm going to cut some apertures in them using some individual butterfly dies. Have them flying in different directions. I'll hold those in place with some masking tape and die cut. So I'll dip those into glue and place them on here along one side, leaving a gap and a border down this edge. Just make sure they're all aligned down the side. And now I'm going to give it a border down the side of 1/8 of an inch, 3.2 millimeters. I've mounted that strip on some more white card so it's got a little white border. And I'm going to place it here over to the left hand side of the card so it's centralized on that line there, and I'll trim off the overhang. And I've used those same butterfly dies to cut out some gold butterflies, and I'm going to add those with matte medium, and I've put them on in the opposite orientation to the aperture butterfly, if you see what I mean. So the aperture is flying this way, the gold one is flying this way, just so that you can see what's going on really. For my sentiment, I've got a little scripty just a note. I think this is from Wow. And I'll stamp that in black 1/3 of the way up and 1/3 of the way in from the right. And just for a little bit of big extra, some Nuvo drops in Morning Dew. These will dry completely clear and look like glass or water droplets. Just trail those down. So that's card number 5, nice and light and airy with just a pop of black to draw the eye to the sentiment. And there's a handful of cards made with 5 of those backgrounds. I am going to do another video, 5 more cards using these backgrounds, I think. So if you'd like to see that, do subscribe and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you back here very soon for that video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.